Welcome to Miami, Florida, and WEBN's special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54. This year, the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs will take on the NFC champion San Francisco 49ers in a battle for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Tyler Englander.
And I'm Natalie Clydesdale. A champion will be crowned at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday. It's been a wild week here in Miami, and it all started with Super Bowl opening night on Monday. Our reporter, Tristan Deschaines, has more from Marlins Park.
Opening night at Marlins Park acted as the official start to Super Bowl 54, as players from both teams answered questions from hundreds of media members about the Super Bowl experience.
Yeah, you have to enjoy it all. I mean, I enjoy every single day that I get to come to the facility and be with these guys. We understand this moment. We understand that it's a hard thing to get to, but we're going to enjoy it the whole time, and we're going to keep playing football with how we always play and letting our personality show and have fun.
Players were asked a variety of questions on opening night, from questions about the big game to even questions about, yes, time travel.
But I wouldn't even time travel back in time. I'll time travel ahead of time, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to go back. I know it's kind of crazy, but I wouldn't. I like to move forward.
Super Bowl opening night is the only time during Super Bowl week where fans can get a glimpse of their favorite players. These two Chiefs fans traveled from Tennessee to get a brief look at their young quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
You think Mahomes has a chance to be the GOAT?
Absolutely. I know you guys are in Boston. I'm sorry, but he's coming for it.
Opening night is just one of the many experiences that helps make Super Bowl week so special to both players and fans. Reporting from Marlins Park in Miami, Tristan Deschaines, WEBN Sports.
We saw a little bit of everything at opening night this year.
We certainly did. It's always one of the best nights of Super Bowl week.
This season, the Kansas City Chiefs have done something they've failed to do for the last 50 seasons: make it to the Super Bowl.
That's right, Natalie. The last time the Kansas City Chiefs played in a Super Bowl, it was January 11th, 1970. On that night, Super Bowl IV against the Minnesota Vikings, quarterback Len Dawson and Hall of Fame head coach Hank Strom led the rest of the Chiefs to a 23-7 victory over the Minnesota Vikings. This week, I caught up with Chiefs players to talk about representing Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing to win the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, with the fans that we have in Chiefs Kingdom, the passion that they show every single year, there's been ups and there's been downs, but they're always there. And so for us, we're going to go out there knowing that we have the full support of Kansas City and the Chiefs Kingdom behind us.
The Kansas City Chiefs are looking to win their first Super Bowl in 50 years. Tight end Travis Kelce knows that the half-century wait for Chiefs fans must have felt like an eternity.
Man, I feel like I've been waiting forever, and I've only been there 7 years. I can only imagine what it would mean to the city, to the community in Kansas City who loves their sports so much to be able to bring back a Super Bowl, knowing that they've been waiting quite a while and are well deserving of it.
Chiefs founder Lamar Hunt first coined the term Super Bowl in 1966. Patrick Mahomes was honored to receive the AFC Championship trophy named after Hunt.
Getting the Lamar Hunt trophy that hadn't came home to Kansas City since it's been invented and named after him. It was cool to get the trophy for them and for Kansas City.
Mahomes and the rest of the Chiefs will be chasing another trophy, the Lombardi Trophy, against the 49ers in Super Bowl 54. For WEBN Sports, I'm Tyler Englander. Regardless of the outcome, all 53 Chiefs players will be Kansas City legends for life.
No doubt, Tyler. As for the 49ers, they have been led by their run game. In the NFC Championship game, the 49ers ran for an astounding 285 yards, with undrafted free agent Raheem Mostert gobbling up 220 yards of his own.
Our reporter Ryan Ribeiro caught up with players from both teams to talk about the Niners' dominant ground game.
The 49ers will enter Super Bowl 54 the same way they entered the regular season, without a clear lead running back, something quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo says works in favor of the NFL's second-best rushing attack.
Well, whenever you could, complement the pass with the run or the run with the pass, I mean, it makes it tough on defense because now you got linebackers guessing, safeties guessing, D linemen don't know whether to play the run or pass.
That balance between the run and the pass is something right tackle Mike McGlinchey cites as a factor in improving his own game.
It allows me to play my best football, and it allows me to play hesitation-free, and that's the key. If you can play as fast as humanly possible, you're going to have. If you can eliminate the thought process of everything, and which Kyle helps us do every single week, you're going to have success.
Both Chiefs safety Tyrann Mathieu and linebacker Anthony Hitchens understand the challenge that the 49ers offense presents and what their main focus needs to be on come Sunday.
Like I said,
formation that they break the huddle in won't be the formation that they snap the ball in. So it poses a challenge.
I mean, our mindset is to stop the run game first, make it one-dimensional, make them pass, and we just got to be sound on defense.
The San Francisco backfield pounded out 144 yards per game on the ground throughout the regular season, a statistic 49ers running back Matt Breida credits to the different styles of each runner.
And we all do things differently, you know. Our running style is a little bit different. We bring, different versatility to the game, and, it's just amazing.
The 49ers rushing attack seems ready for the task ahead and confident in their ability to lead the charge in capturing the franchise's 6th Super Bowl ring. From Radio Row in Miami, Ryan Ribeiro, WEBN Sports.
If the 49ers can dominate on the ground once more, they could be looking at a record-tying 6th Super Bowl championship.
On the other side, Super Bowl 54 is a chance for Chiefs head coach Andy Reid to cement his legacy. Reid is one of only 9 NFL head coaches with 200 wins. However, he's failed to win the big one, the Super Bowl.
I caught up with Coach Reid this week and asked him about winning that elusive Super Bowl trophy. Andy Reid is one of the most accomplished coaches in NFL history. He's 6th all-time in wins and has won 10 division titles. However, he's 0-1 in Super Bowl games. He says Kansas City is the perfect team to win his first Lombardi trophy with.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. It's a great city, great fans, the best fans. I mean, they're phenomenal. So I think it'd be great for him.
No one wants Reid to win a Super Bowl ring more than his players.
I know it's something he's been working for his entire career. So, getting that for him, knowing that we can check that box for him, and it means the world.
The way he's able to go in every single day and just grind and give us everything he has, we're going to go out there and play with that effort and give everything that we have to try to get him a ring and get Kansas City a ring.
Many have said that Reid's coaching legacy is on the line in the Super Bowl. However, some Chiefs players say Reid belongs in the Hall of Fame regardless of the outcome.
He's a Hall of Fame coach, man. He's a GOAT, and if we win, it'll be even more things to add to his legacy.
I think he's already a Hall of Fame coach, but I think that it would look better on his resume. He's done a lot of great things in this league.
Reid says he's not concerned about his legacy. He just wants to enjoy this experience with his team.
I've got a great team, very fortunate, and that's really all I care about. I don't care about all the other stuff.
If the Chiefs win, it could guarantee Reid's spot in Canton. Reporting from Miami, I'm Natalie Clydesdale. You can really see what Andy Reid, or as they call him, Big Red, means to his players.
One thing we noticed with spending time with the Chiefs this week, Andy Reid is one of the most respected guys in all of football. One thing, however, that could prevent Reid from winning a Super Bowl is that vaunted San Francisco 49ers defense.
The 49ers defense is the top defense when it comes to yards per game and total allowed points. Ryan Ribeiro spent the week trying to find out what makes the 49ers defense so good.
The 49ers had talent on the defensive side of the ball last year, but added a few key pieces in that area this offseason. One of those additions, linebacker Quan Alexander, says he had a feeling as to just how special this defense could be.
They had some dogs on the defense already. They just need to add a couple more dogs, and we got here. And we've been balling ever since.
He's not wrong. San Francisco finished second in the league in total defense, while also finishing inside the top 5 in sacks. While the 49ers defense ranks first in the league in passing yards allowed, All-Pro cornerback Richard Sherman stopped short of giving all of that credit to his secondary.
There's been a tremendous increase in the pass rush. Obviously, just the injection of talent with D and Bosa, and just allowing Eric and DeForest to play their roles. But the depth that we have on the defense has been fantastic.
On the other side, Kansas City boasts its own talent in the trenches. But even Pro Bowler Frank Clark didn't shy away from praising the 49ers defense.
Honestly, I feel like they got an advantage because they got all those first rounders. They played some good football this past year. They've been balling, man. They came together pretty good.
The man behind it all, defensive coordinator Robert Salah, sees his unit's success as a result of last year's struggles.
It's a special young group. They've been through the worst of times, and they're celebrating the best of times. And I think that's why they have such a great appreciation for one another, because they've been through it all.
There's no question this San Francisco defense is talented. Whether or not they'll be able to stop Patrick Mahomes and the high-powered Chiefs offense, well, that remains to be seen. In Miami, Ryan Ribeiro, WEBN Sports.
That dominant 49ers defense is going to look to spoil Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl debut.
Coming up on this WEBN special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54, find out how one woman will make history.
And see how Natalie and I fared at the NFL Super Bowl theme park.
Welcome back to this WEBN special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54.
This season, San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle and Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce have been two of the most dominant tight ends in recent memory.
Both Kelce and Kittle are major X factors for their teams on the field and off. Tristan Deschaines has more.
Hey there, lonely girl.
Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and 49ers tight end George Kittle are two of the top tight ends in football. Their combination of size and speed makes them a difficult matchup for defenders.
And Kittle, he's a really good tight end, so got to go out there and just play good defense on him, make sure we don't get no holding penalties, got to move our feet and just play inside out, and the 50-50 balls we got to have.
Travis presents a lot of challenges for us, just with, obviously, he can run the whole route tree. He's a bigger body and very elusive.
Defenders from both teams say going up against Kittle or Kelce in practice has prepared them for their matchup in the Super Bowl.
And Travis Kelce a dog too, so once we go out there and practice, during the week, especially like man-to-man and stuff like that, we go against George, and he's very special. He got great moves just like Kelce, so we'll be prepared for it.
I think he's built me for this moment, right? He's trained me a lot. We went back and forth a lot in practice, and I think both of those players are special.
Both players praised one another throughout the week. Kittle even went as far to say that he looks up to Kelce.
Just the fact that he's out there expressing himself and having a great time, and that just, it means a lot to me that, there's tight ends out there that can do that, and so kind of let me do that.
Kittle and Kelce were really fun guys to be around this week, and both will look to continue to be key factors heading into Super Bowl 54. For WEBN Sports, I'm Tristan Deschaines.
Kelce and Kittle really are two larger-than-life characters. Those guys are a lot of fun to be around.
Their energy is infectious.
One of the Super Bowl's most interesting storylines this year won't be happening on the field, but rather from the coach's box.
That's right, Tyler. Katie Sowers, an offensive assistant for the 49ers, is the first female to coach in a Super Bowl. I spoke to 49ers players about working with Sowers this season.
I know you'd have a guy in there who'd swear or something and then say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Katie," and Katie would be awkward from that. She's like, "Why would you say sorry?" And then you start to realize that's what made it work. I mean, we could all be ourselves, and you don't have to be any different, whether a girl's in there or a guy.
Kyle Shanahan is talking about when he first met 49ers offensive assistant Katie Sowers. At the time, Sowers and Shanahan were both coaching with the Atlanta Falcons. In 2017, Shanahan brought her with him when he was hired as the 49ers head coach.
Mike LaFleur, our pass game coordinator, came up to me at the end of it and was, "Katie's helped me out so much. Is there any way we can just keep her here?" And so we found a way to get her on staff and gave her a number of responsibilities, and now she's going into her third year.
One of her best qualities is how well she connects with her players.
If they're ever dealing with anything or just motivating them.
Me and her really connected early on, just my rookie year, because we were both kind of in there for the first time, and she was definitely very helpful, and just with me learning offensive plays and stuff like that. I mean, she's always incredibly helpful if I ever have any questions.
Not only has she helped the 49ers, but Sowers has also been an inspiration for women around the world.
It's a tribute to the women of the world that want to pursue this.
Obviously, she's doing a great job for us, and, so who knows where else this will lead.
Sowers says her ultimate goal is to be an NFL head coach. Reporting from Miami, Natalie Clydesdale.
Really inspiring stuff from Katie Sowers. I know she's inspiring a lot of women to get more involved in football. As for the Kansas City Chiefs, they've got an interesting storyline of their own.
That's right. Starting guard Laurent Duvernay-Tardif is the first medical doctor to play in the Super Bowl.
Duvernay graduated from med school in 2018. This week I spoke to him about balancing medicine and football, and we even had some fun with his teammates.
No, having Doc on the team, man, it's pretty dope.
Chiefs starting right guard Laurent Duvernay-Tardif is only the fourth medical doctor to play in the NFL. Teammate Frank Clark says it's nice to have someone who always knows what's wrong.
He actually knew exactly what was going on with me. We like talking. He like, "Bro, you need to go see a gastro specialist." I'm like, "What?" He knew exactly. He's like, bro, what kind of pills they got you on? All right, bro, you only got to take one of those. Don't take two.
While Clark appreciates Duvernay-Tardif's medical advice, some Chiefs players were uncertain about Duvernay-Tardif treating them.
I don't know. I mean, if it came down to it and we couldn't get to any near hospital or clinic, I mean, that'd be the best option on the team for sure.
Fellow teammate Chris Jones didn't mince his words when asked if he would trust Tardif as his doctor.
Not at all. Listen, I definitely believe he's a great doctor if he's put his time in, but when I have a guy spending too much time with me other than the hospital, then no.
Despite his teammates' skepticism of his work off the field, Tardif thinks that being a doctor has helped him on the field.
I feel like every good football player is a student of the game, so being a medical student for sure helped you become a better student. So, you know, just taking notes, studying, that, building that routine week after week and trying to optimize it to the best of your ability, that's for sure something that helped me become a better football player.
Tardif is hoping that his studying pays off against the 49ers in the Super Bowl. For WEBN Sports, I'm Tyler Englander. Every year since 1992, the NFL has hosted Super Bowl Experience. The interactive theme parks gives fans a chance to play games as well as get a picture with the Lombardi Trophy.
This year, Tyler and I decided to put the theme park to the test with a little competition of sorts. Check it out. Our first challenge we're going to try is the field goal kick.
The way this is going to work, we are going to put the ball at the 20-yard line. Natalie and I are going to kick. This could be a problem. We are not good kickers. Whoever makes the farthest field goal wins.
All right, I've never kicked a field goal before, but I did play soccer, so here I go. Let me try one more. One more. Oh.
All right, it is showtime. I haven't kicked a field goal ever. Played soccer up until high school. It's just going right through. I'm hitting bombs. All righty, folks, try to look out. We suck. We're going to chalk that up to a really, really bad tie. Nobody makes a field goal. Hopefully the Hail Mary challenge and the 40-yard dash will be better. Well, that was a disaster. We know that Natalie and I should not kick in the NFL. Mine were wide left, hers were what, all over the place?
Wide short.
It was a challenge.
Let's try to redeem ourselves in the Hail Mary throw.
Alrighty, we are going for the deep target first. Little Michael Vick, little Mark Brunell, Steve Young lefty action. Here comes the bomb. First try, let's go, baby. All right, I don't need any more. Nat, she's up. I don't need any more.
All right, well, that was a tough act to follow, but I'm gonna go for a shorter target first. All right, Tyler got me in this one.
Well, that was much better than the field goal challenge. First time with the Hail Mary, I hit the farthest target. I'm up 1-0. I have got a cannon for an arm.
I didn't get mine in, but I hit my target 3 times.
Pretty close, but no cigar, unfortunately.
I'm gonna try to redeem myself in the 40-yard dash.
Gonna try to redeem herself. Here we go. You got it, girl. This is not the proper attire, but here we go. We'll see what happens. Go. It's on camera. It's on camera. Go. Save face. Save face. Go. It's on camera.
NFL Experience Challenges, they were a lot of fun. We clearly should not be athletes, but I still think we had a good time.
It was a good time, not my personal best showing, but here are our post-game thoughts. I have no excuse. I can't blame my clothes. Tyler was dressed the same. I thought I was a little bit better of an athlete, but Tyler bowed out today.
It feels great to win. Natalie was a great competitor. She just couldn't keep up. That's all that it is. Coming up on WEBN's special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54, we're going to take you to the red carpet at NFL Honors.
Plus, see how Shakira and J-Lo are preparing for the Pepsi halftime show.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to WEBN's special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54.
Every year, the NFL's biggest and brightest stars hit the red carpet at NFL Honors. The annual awards show highlights the best plays, players, and moments from the season.
Our reporter Tristan DeShane spoke to players on the red carpet about this special night.
I'm here on the red carpet where the NFL's best from the past and present come together to celebrate the NFL's 100th season. This year at NFL Honors, the league unveiled their Centennial Hall of Fame class, and former Steelers head coach Bill Cowher was one of the inductees.
In the last 50 years, we've had like 3 coaches for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, now Mike Tomlin. And Chuck Noll's in the Hall of Fame. Now Bill Cowher got in the Hall of Fame. And how special is that?
Members of the NFL's all-time team were announced throughout the NFL's centennial season. Former offensive lineman Anthony Munoz is honored to be a part of such an illustrious group.
And I look at the guys that are on that 100, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's just, I'm very thankful. It's humbling, but it's pretty exciting to be, considered one of the top 100 in the 100 years that the league's been around. Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Calais Campbell won this season's Walter Payton Man of the Year award. The honor goes to the player who exemplified excellence on the field and in his community. For fellow nominee Pierre Desir, it's all about helping others.
For me, I try to give back as much as I can, but the award will go to everyone in the community, and I just always want to show them that we have their back. Whether it's I do work in my team state or anywhere else, I just want to show the community that I'm there for them.
The NFL's best shine bright at NFL Honors, capping off the 100th season of the NFL in style. For WEBN Sports, I'm Tristan DeShanes.
The Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show is annually one of the most anticipated parts about the Super Bowl, and this year is no different.
This year, singers Jennifer Lopez and Shakira are set to perform at halftime of the big game.
This will be the most unique, it will be the most complex show, and it just might be the most fun and entertaining 12 minutes this world has ever seen.
Shakira and Jennifer Lopez are set to perform at halftime of Super Bowl 54. At their press conference, the artist didn't want to give too much away, but promised it'll be a show fans don't want to miss.
It's very Shakira and it's very Jennifer. And I think that's what you're going to get from the performance. It's a lot of energy. It's very entertaining.
They agreed that this performance is important for both women and the Latina community.
I feel truly honored to be representing so many people out there, women, Latinas, and people of any ages.
The 2 teams that are playing, right, the Chiefs and the 49ers are run by women. And then you got 2 women headlining the halftime show. So it's just that statement alone for me is empowering.
Performing at halftime isn't something J-Lo and Shakira ever thought would happen, but they hope it inspires others.
This is a palpable example of how anything is possible.
And, my mom and dad, I think if you ask them, would you rather have the Jets in the Super Bowl this year or to see their daughter standing up there representing women and Latinas and Americans and everything that I am and that Shakira is, I think they would pick this.
With the help of Carpool Karaoke's James Corden's father, J-Lo gave the audience a little sample of her hit song.
Don't be fooled by the raps that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Shakira says fans will have to wait for the show to see her dance moves, but she showed she can throw a football. It's estimated that over 100 million viewers will watch the halftime show. Reporting from Miami, Natalie Clydesdale. The Super Bowl is annually the most watched television show in America. This year, an expected 100 million viewers will watch the game on Fox.
Here's how Fox and its announcers are preparing to broadcast the big game.
Ever wondered what it's like to do play-by-play for a Super Bowl? Well, it's pretty much the same as any other game, according to Fox's Joe Buck.
Well, it's tricky because I think if I said that it's way harder or I put way more work in, then that means that I wasn't putting that in for the NFC Championship game or a preseason game. I feel like I do the same amount of work for every game I do.
Before the Super Bowl ever starts, Fox's Super Bowl pregame show will air hours before and feature Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, and Jimmy Johnson. Host Kurt Menefee has the tough job of making sure everyone gets their point across.
To me, it's about the unit and making sure everybody shines. People use the term whether it's a point guard or a quarterback or whatever. My job, in my opinion, is to distribute the time and the ball and to make sure everybody gets an equal opportunity.
As for the actual game, Fox's sideline reporter for the 49ers, Aaron Andrews, thinks the game plan for San Francisco is simple.
You have to get to Patrick Mahomes. As easy as that sounds, it's not, right? Houston thought they did, they didn't. Tennessee thought they did, they didn't. We'll see.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman will be in the booth from Miami at 6:30 on Sunday on Fox, with Aaron Andrews covering the 49ers sideline and Chris Myers on the Chiefs. From Miami, I'm Ryan Ribeiro, WEBN Sports.
It really has been an amazing week here in Miami, chock full of amazing moments.
Let's take a look back at some of the sights and sounds of Miami's first Super Bowl in 10 years. Thank you so much for watching WEBN's special presentation, The Road to Super Bowl 54.
For more coverage, check out our website, WEBN.TV, and follow us on Twitter at WEBN Sports. I'm Natalie Clydesdale.
And I'm Tyler Englander. We hope to see you next year in Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 55.